Okay, so your question was, what is a Q analog? So a Q analog is an expression, a function that has Q's in it, such that when you take the limit as Q goes to 1 of this expression, you get a number. So we would say something like 1 plus Q is a Q analog of 2, because when you take the limit as Q goes to 1 of that, you get 2. Alright, so let's talk about the question you wanted to talk about from the exam. So the question says, we're looking at the peaks in a dict path, and we're trying to figure out what is f sub q, which is the sum over peaks of q to the peaks, sum over the paths of q to the peaks of the paths. So there were 5 different paths here, and for each of the paths we have a different number of peaks. So this one has 1 peak, this one has 2 peaks, this one has 3 peaks, this one has 2 peaks, 1 peak, 2 peaks, 2 peaks, 2 peaks, and 3 peaks. And so those are these numbers here. And what we do is we take q to each of those numbers, and then we sum that. And when we sum that and collapse it, we get q to the first plus 3q squared plus q cubed. And so that is that sum over q to the peaks of p. And when we take the limit as q goes to 1 of that, we get 1 plus 3 plus 1, which is 5. And that means that this sum is a Q analog of 5, because when you take the limit as Q goes to 1 of this, you get 5. Or in other words, what we have here is we have the set of 5 different dict paths of length 3. And we know there's 5 of them, but what we've done is we've stratified them into how many peaks they have. This one has 1 peak, these 3 have 2 peaks, and this one has 3 peaks. And so we wrote this expression here to keep track of that. We wrote a generating function to keep track of the number of peaks that there are of each of these places. But if we wanted to recover that there are 5 of these dict paths, then you would let q go to 1. And when you plug in 1, you get 5, and that's telling you that you have 5 paths. Alright, hope this helps. Bye.